Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be making a tulip wreath with this cross that I got from Sims, and it is about 18 inches long by 12 inches across this way. So, I forgot to get my little pad out because I always get glue all over the place. Okay, so I got this from Sims Pottery. I do have the item number. I will put that in the description. And then the tulips I got from Michael's in the bunches. So we're going to be using a bunch of these. So I will show you how I cut those all up. And then we'll go ahead and get started. So let me switch camera views here so you can see it. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. And also please sign up for my email list. I would much appreciate it. All right, so of course you want to take the tag off. And I am keeping all the tags so I know how many bunches I used from Michael's. I got them on sale. They were on sale for, $2 each, rather than the $4. Okay, so what I do is I just take it and I push the stems all up like that. Okay, so all the stems are pushed way up there like that, and then I'm just going to cut them apart, and I'm going to cut them kind of short because this cross is really tight, so I'm not going to have a lot of room to stick it in. So I'm just taking and cutting it off, okay, just like that. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bunches from each thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and dip it in my glue, and I'm going to start on the outer area here, and I'm just going to stick it in, okay, and I am keeping the leaves on. I like the look of it. Some people take the leaves off. It's totally up to you how you want to do it, but I like to leave them on, okay? So I want to kind of get it nice and full. So we'll see how many we're actually using. So then you just want to kind of keep going down the grapevine and filling in so it's nice and full. Oops. Got 2 there. Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep going, and like this is really, really tight, so they're going to be hard to get in there. Now, I like mine when I do mine pretty full, but it's totally up to you. You can use less, you can use more. It's up to you. And you really kind of want to get it in there, inside that grapevine, down in there like that, okay? And I kind of go in the center, and then I put 1 on each side. So if you don't want it as full, you can just not put as many in. And then, of course, you have all these strings, but turn my glue down a little bit. And I do have my glue gun here, too, in case we want to glue some in. Right, just going to go over there. Okay, so I'm going to turn that like that. So you see how nice and full that is? Right, I have a bunch cut over here, so I'm just going to keep going. Now, I add a bow in the middle here, so I may not put a bunch in the center. Like I said, this is really, really tight. So we're just going to keep going, because I don't want to cover up the tulips with the bow, so we may stop about here, and then I can fill in under the bow if I need to. Maybe probably 1 more in there. But it is up to you. You can do as little or as many as you want. Okay, so I'm going all the way this way with them. And then I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to start from the out and go in. I find it easier to do it that way than starting in the center and going in that way. Okay. There's my first one. And it really is just glue and repeat, glue and repeat. And like I said, if you just wanted to do a one row, you could do that. If you wanted to do different colors, you could do that. I thought about doing different colors, but then I decided not to. I decided I wanted all white, and then I'm going to add a purple bow right in the center. So that's just my preference. I have done them before with, you know, a couple different colors. But this one I just wanted to be all white. So let me know if you guys have done one of these before. I really like them. I love the look of them. You do want to get the tulips when they're on sale at Michael's, because otherwise they're $4 a bunch. And you know, you do use quite a few of them, so you definitely go through them. And you don't want to go down when you put yours in. You don't want to go down because you don't want it to poke through. You want it to go at an angle so that you don't have your stems sticking out. Okay, so I'm going straight in like that and not down into it. Because if you did that, you know, then they'd be kind of sticking up, and you don't want that to show. So you just keep angling it in and pushing it in as far as you can. Whoops. And see, these stems come off. No big deal if you can find the one it came off of, which sometimes you can't. You just glue it back on. But we'll leave that one for there for now. And if we find it, we'll find it. Okay. And I mean, I've done this on a wire cross frame and then just sprayed that, what is it? Not goof off, where the foam spray. And I put that into it. I hope I have enough. I think I'm doing it a little thicker than I thought I was going to, but that's okay. If I don't have enough, then we'll have to run to Michael's and finish it another day. Okay. And like I said, I know I'm going to put that bow there, so I don't want to cover that all up. So we'll leave that for now, and then we'll start the center part. So again, I'm going to go up, start at the top, and then once you see all these strings, but once you get done, you can hit it with a hair dryer, and that will just get rid of those strings for you. Again, you just want to go right in. So I've done one of these like as a carrot on a different base with like orange tulips. I've done another cross, like I said, on that base with that stuff on it. I did that for my mother-in-law's funeral. And you just kind of really want to push it in. Like I said, this is a really tight grapevine, so sometimes it doesn't want to go in. You just kind of have to really force it. And I like the greenery on these. Like I said, some people take the greenery off. I like it on there, but it's totally a preference thing. So you can you know, just pull them right off if you don't want them. You just slide that part right off. But I like to leave them on. I like the look of it that way. And then you just keep filling in. And filling in. Okay. I'm like, I don't want the stems too long because, like I said, this is a really tight grapevine. Some of them are looser, but this one's kind of a tight one. And like I said, I will count at the end to see how many bunches I used. This is one of Sims's smaller cross frames. They had bigger ones, but I just wanted a small one. Because you're going to use a bunch of these up. Like, see, here's one that it fell off. See, there's only one, so I'm going to take that one. I'm going to dip that little tip in the glue and then just stick it right on there. Because they pop off all the time. See? And then it'll stay. Turn my glue down. Look how pretty. I like it. Okay. So again, you just keep going. You can, like I said, fill in for days. It just depends how full you like yours. Like I said, I know we're putting a bow there, so I don't want to cover it too much. All right, so now we're going to start at the bottom and go up. And again, you're just going to start at the bottom, stick it in as far as you can get it, and keep going. So you have to let me know if you guys have made one of these, if you've done the cross, if you've done the carrot. Like, the carrots are very popular this time of year. I haven't made a carrot this year, but I really like making those. And really, you just feel it, like, if you don't want it this full, you can definitely make it thinner. It's totally up to you. So this one is really tight in there. You just keep filling it in. And then we will make a bow to put there, and then we'll see if we need to add to it. You know, add some more around here or not. Because we might want to. We might find that we want, oh, I just stuck my finger in that glue. We might find that we want it, you know, all covered underneath there, but we'll see. But I just love these. I think they're really, really pretty. Again, don't stick it down. Stick it into, like that, so it slides into it. Okay. And like I said, you can do different colors. You can mix the colors. You can do just one color like I'm doing. You know, it just depends what you want, what look you're going for. I wanted the solid one. because I'm going to put a really pretty purple ribbon around it. I think we'll have plenty. I think. And once we make the bow, we'll decide if we want to fill in more. Okay. 2 more here. One here, but I think, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so for now, we'll leave that part open. One more in here. Okay, all right, so for now, we're going to leave that center open. So what do you think so far? You like it? I love it. All right, so let's make the bow, and then we'll come back and see if we want to fill that in with tulips or just leave the bow the way it is. Okay, so see, you can tell, I mean, for the most part, I don't have any sticking out, maybe one right there that we have to cut off, but you kind of want to go in an angle because you don't want these sticking out of your grapevine. But it looks pretty good. All right, so let's get our bow made. I do have some more left. So we use, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. So it does take quite a lot of tulips, but that's okay. I'll get this out of the way for now. And then we'll make our bow. Okay, so I got this really pretty ribbon. This is Sam's Club spring ribbon. Make sure I don't get it in the glue. Okay, now I don't want a huge bow for in here, right? I don't want it to, like, you know, cover the tulip. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a, on the smaller end of a bow. Okay, so I'm going to do a long tail because I can always cut it. And we're going, and this is 1.5 inch ribbon. And I'm just going to do between 4 and 5 inch loops. So I don't want it overpowering the wreath, the cross. Okay, sorry about that. My dog's barking. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the same size on this one. All right, and then I'm just going to keep doing this. I think I want 5 or 6 loops on the bottom because I kind of want it to be a full bow, but I want it to be a small bow. So I'm just going to between 4 and almost 5 inches. And I'm going to do 5 or 6 loops, maybe even more. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just putting it in, and then you want to twist to get the pretty side of the ribbon up because this does have a different side, you know, a correct side. Okay, then we're just going to twist and do the next one. So right now we have 3 loops on each side. I know I want at least 5, maybe even 7. I like the odd numbers. I like the way that looks. Because I want a nice full bow, but I don't want a wide bow. Okay, so that is 4. So again, you're just going to twist and loop it in. Twist, and you just have to twist to bring that pretty side up. I think I'm going to do 7 loops. I've never done a bow with 7 loops, but I think I'm going to. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me go to the next one. So I'm going to do 6. And like I said, I like the odd numbers. I don't know why. So we're just going to keep going. So that's 6. So we're going to do one more. And then I'm going to go down to, let's see, this is about 5. So I think I'm going to go back down to like 3 inches. So we did 7 loops at a little less than 5 inches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to do 7. Let's see. 6. So right at a little over 3 inches. Okay, so we're just going to do a little over 3 inches. And if you're not sure if it's the right size, just pull them both up. So we're going to do 1, 2, we're going to have a nice big full bow, but it's going to be small. Like, it's not going to be a huge bow. It's not going to overtake it. So there's 3. I'm going to do 4 loops with this one. And then just a button loop in the center. So we have 7 loops at 5 inches, and then we're going to do 4 loops at a little over 3 inches. Okay, and then twist, and then we're just going to do one little loop for the center loop. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so now we're going to get our zip tie. And you want to make sure you get all of the ribbon. So you want to make sure you get under all that ribbon. And twist that up. Get that out of the way. Okay, then don't forget your... Move it over to where that indent is, and then pull it to the back, and then add your pipe cleaner, and then tighten it up a little, not all the way, because you want to be able to move your loops. Okay, so now we're going to break the bow, as Lori calls it. Okay, so I'm just going to separate all these loops and really make sure that they're where I want them to be. Okay. And then put these in between there. That's going to be your little loop there. So see how nice and full that looks? Like I said, I didn't want a huge bow, but I want a full bow. So you want to put your fingers in there and really open it up. Open up those loops. So you see how nice and full that bow is? It's a really nice, full, thick bow. Okay, we're going to tighten that nice and tight. Cut that zip tie off. All right, and then let's get our cross here. And then we're going to go ahead and put this in. Now, this is where, like I said, I don't know, if we want... See, I think that's perfect because we don't want the tulips. This would be wasting all those tulips, right? So I'm going to take and just go on one side of the crossbar and the other side of the crossbar. See, like that, and then I'm going to twist. Okay, cut that off. All right, then I'm going to tuck that under. All right, now see how that, if all the tulips were underneath there, you'd be wasting all those tulips because you can't see them anyway. You don't want to waste the tulips because they are on the pricey side, right? Okay, look how pretty. And then we can even, if we want to, take one tulip and put it in there, but we'll see. So then I'm going to take and curl this ribbon, and it might be too long. We might want to shorten it, but for now, I'm just going to take my little big 1-inch dowel here and curl it. Look how pretty that curls up. So all I'm doing is I'm going to wrap it around the dowel like this. And this is the thick 1.5-inch dowel, or 1-inch dowel, okay? Like that. Okay. And I mean, look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, you could make these and put them, you know, on the graves. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of this wire. It's just wire that's covered in burlap. I'm going to cut a piece of that off, and we're going to make a hanger for it. So all I'm going to do is take that wire. I'm going to twist it together. This is probably even too big. Let's cut that down a little bit. We don't need it quite that big. Okay, so you just take it, wrap it together like that, okay? And then we're going to turn our cross over. We're going to see if we can get it down in here. See, there's cross wires here. So I'm going to put it on underneath one of these cross wires because that's going to hold it. And like I said, these are really tight, so I'm going to kind of try to jam it in there. There we go. I'm really jamming it down in there, and then take that and cross it. I'm going to tuck that underneath there so it doesn't damage anyone's door. I'm going to just take my glue gun and put a nice glob of glue over that. Okay, just like so. Let that cool. Oops, there's one of our tulips. See, these pop off all the time. See, that one popped off. I'm just going to take, add a little glue to it, and just stick it right back on there. Okay, I'll let that dry, and we'll see if we can find where this one came from. But you see how there's no, you know, there's only a couple. You don't want them sticking out. If you find any that are sticking out, just cut them off. But you really want to try and do it so they're not sticking out and scratching someone's door. So we'll let that dry really well. See if we can find where that one came out of. But okay, I think that looks pretty good. So there you go. But isn't that pretty? And I think we did just the right thing with not putting that any tulips underneath the bow, because it would have really, you would have wasted those tulips. Okay, so I'm just going to open those loops up so it looks nice and full. See, that's why I wanted 7 loops and then, you know, 4 loops, because I wanted it to be a really nice full bow, but I didn't want it to be huge. So I think we're going to cut those down a little bit. Let's cut it just a little bit. And let's Let's roll them again. You know, I always cut them too long, but that's okay to begin with because you know, you don't want to cut them short and then not have enough ribbon. Okay, and then you have your hanger to hang it with. And there you go. Isn't that beautiful though? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you make one, make sure you post it so I can see it. But I know that ribbon almost looks blue on screen, but it actually is purple. Thank you for joining me tonight, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and sign up for my email list. And that's all for tonight. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and God bless you. Bye.